Oh yeah, baby. So I just got done watching the giant conclusion to the Harry Potter franchise, and let me tell you, I've never seen an awesome conclusion to a movie in ever pretty much. This was amazing. Starting off with my positives of Harry Potter, the epic conclusion is what I'm going to call it from now on, was the entire tunnel scene where Harry and his friends are trying to find like the little things. I can't remember what they're called, but they're trying to find these things that they have to destroy because they make Voldemort pretty much immune, like immune. I forget what it's called. I don't know what it's called at the moment right here. I want to say immune. Let's just say that where kind of makes him indestructible, where he lives forever. I don't know the name yet. And they have to destroy all of them, and then they have to go through this little tunnel thing, like a Temple in the Doom type thing, when they're going through the tunnel to try and find like this piece of gold thing, and then they have to go through this entire section. They have to go through a dragon. They pick up the thing, and then the one guy betrays him, picks up the sword, and they leave, and they have to use the dragon to get out. And they had a bunch of police officers, which I kind of thought was kind of goofy, where the police officers, or not police officers, the security of this place was just like normal security, but they just had wands. I thought that was pretty freaking funny to me. But yeah, I like that entire scene and just how like the dragon kind of just makes them leave, and then they have to jump off the dragon to get off of it and all that. It was a pretty awesome scene, man. And I like the whole Minerva versus Snipe fight where Snipe is kind of like the new Dumbledore of this place, where he's standing where Dumbledore, like, pretty much said all of his speeches when all the kids would show up and all that, saying all this. Like, Harry just busts in and he starts accusing them and all that, saying just like, tell everyone what you did. Tell everyone that you were the one that killed Dumbledore and all of that. But then Minerva was like surprised, started to have a little fight with them, shot fire at him pretty much, and then Snipe just turns into this little black cloud thing and just leaves away into the world. I'll stop now. And another pretty cool scene was the bridge scene where what was the one kid's name? Long Buttons. That's what his name was. Long Buttons, whatever. Don't yell at me, okay? Is where some of Voldemort's team they're blocked off by this like secure thing. Kind of remind me from Avengers Infinity War in Wakanda, where Black Panther got this like entire shield to protect their Wakanda in a way. It's pretty much what they do here, and they can't go through because if they touch it, they'll pretty much just turn to dust because it's like pretty powerful. And it'll kill them against it like that. Oh, I can only step with his fingers. And yeah, they're just standing there. Once Voldemort takes it down, they start sprinting at him. Long Buttons just runs through the bridge and then blows it up, and everyone dies. You think he's dead for a moment, which I didn't think he was dead because he was. I just said he just wasn't dead. He shows up, pretty big explosion for a bridge, and I don't know. Maybe it's because of the explosions. Maybe that's why I like Michael Bay movies so much. Now that I think about it, saying instead of saying like all the scenes that I really like that are full of action, I should just put it in one word where I like just all the actions is like, hey, instead of saying this, I like that part. Instead of this part, I say that. Yeah, I should have just answered it to one word, shouldn't I? But I like how this Harry Potter movie gets Voldemort to actual show fear, where when you see him in all of these other movies, you see him as this tough badass where you think he doesn't fear anything and he's so cocky about everything. But this one, he shows legit fear on Harry Potter defeating him. Like he's killing all these things that make him indestructible. I figured out the word indestructible. And like he's slowly dying from it because they're all slowly killing those things. And he's starting to show fear. He's like, "Oh no, I'm about to die," and he starts letting out rage on his own men, letting rage out on the little bubble thing protecting Hogwarts. It's pretty weird, honestly, to see this person that seems to be very cocky with this plan, but just to see that he's just as scared as everyone else is. It's kind of weird. And when when Harry and Voldemort are fighting, you can see that he's showing fear because he's afraid that he's gonna lose. But like I said, he feels very cocky that he's gonna win. But in this one, he's shown fear, man. It's called good acting, man. You need to learn how to do that in Hollywood. And I like how in all the other Harry Potter movies we get all these questions, all these theories. I imagine there's a bunch of theories when these movies first came out, where all of these questions that we've been wanting since the first movie, like Harry Potter's parents' death. We finally get all the answers here, like Dumbledore's death. Everyone thought that Snape killed him because he was on Voldemort's side. But you find out that Dumbledore told Snape to actually kill him, so Voldemort would trust him, so Snape could end up betraying him. It's very weird. And I like how to show that Snape actually really cared about Harry because he actually liked Harry's parents. You know, it's actually pretty emotional to see these flashbacks when Snape went to Harry Potter's parents' death, like when he found their bodies, he was actually emotional, like crying, and it was pretty damn sad. And I found it interesting that Dumbledore actually told Snape to kill him because he was like dying of some like disease or something like that. I can't really remember, but he told him to kill him just so Voldemort would think that he would be a Dark One, so he can end up betraying him. I like that, and all the answers that we've been wanting since the first movie, they all pay off in the end. And I love this movie. And I like towards the end where Voldemort like thinks that Harry Potter is dead. I finally killed him. Longbottom shows up is like, bitch, it don't matter. Just because Harry Potter's dead, it doesn't change a thing. And when he's like, I like the scene where he first steps up and thinks he's about to go to the Dark Ones. Voldemort kind of like insults him. Is like, I expect someone better to step up. But no, Longbottom's just like, want to join your team, bitch. I just want to give a speech and motivate everyone. Just because Harry Potter's like dead, that doesn't change a thing. And I like it. It's pretty damn emotional and encourage everyone to fight. And Harry Potter wakes up. He's like, all right, what's going on here? And then we get to the final battle between Voldemort and Harry Potter. I thought it was awesome from start to finish when they're just fighting in the clock tower. Like Voldemort's just like kicking Harry Potter's ass. He's just using his little wand. It's like, like he's just treating them like nothing. Then they start flying in the air, and then they start to like morph together, which was kind of weird. And then they finally like go like where all of this like began, and then they're fighting for their wands and they're fighting each other. And then like Ron and the one Emma Watson's character, I don't know how to say her name, so I'm just gonna say Emma Watson's character, where they finally kill the snake. Actually, no, they didn't kill him. It was Longbuttons. It was Longbuttons that actually killed the snake. And then like Voldemort, he's like slowly dying and like sheds everywhere and then it like just disappears into dust and then like Harry grabs both of the wands like, whoa, that was intense. And like I said at the beginning of this video, this was an epic conclusion to this series. I know I still have the Fantastic Beasts movies to watch, but for just the Harry Potter movies, not the Wizarding World, just Harry Potter, this is the best way to say goodbye to these characters, to this story, to this world. Pretty much this was just the best way to say goodbye to this just to this world. It was amazing. Got me all choked up. All in all, guys, you've heard me talk about this for about 9 minutes now. This was an awesome movie. I had no negatives, which is no surprise whatsoever. This is my favorite Harry Potter movie. I don't care how good are the Fantastic Beasts movies. I don't know. We all know they're not that great. I don't care what Fantastic movies have to offer. This is easily the best of the franchise. This is just an amazing movie. This is just an amazing story. This is an amazing conclusion. This is just amazing film. Now, it won't be one of those movies where I rewatch constantly, but I honestly do see myself rewatching the Deathly Hallows Part 1 and Part 2, and when I'm bored one day, because I don't think I'd see myself rewatching the other Harry Potter movies as much. But this is a must go out and buy it for me personally. This was an awesome time for me. It was an amazing ride watching these Harry Potter movies, but I still got Fantastic Beasts. But thank you all so much for watching my video on Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows. And thank you everyone who has joined me for reviewing these Harry Potter movies. It was an absolute ride for me personally. I might have to read the books one day or another, but until my next movie review or video, take care. And I can't believe I actually really enjoyed this movie.